Now that we've done the left side, let's go ahead and test the right side. So we're gonna put him in that right turnaround, let him turn a couple turns. Just like for the circles, when I concentrate on the spins to get tight and ready to go show, I'm gonna concentrate on the little things. We're not gonna concentrate on trying to make his spins any faster or any prettier. We're gonna concentrate on making sure that the spins that I have at home are the same spins that I'm gonna be able to perform in the show pen. And go the other way. I wanna make sure I can start my spins, I wanna make sure I can speed them up, and I wanna make sure that I can shut them off in a way that I can use in the show pen so that nothing changes from here at home than when I go show. Right leg this time, I moved my hand and it didn't quite get into that turnaround. Now I'm gonna go out and soften him up and give him time to think about it. Now, third and last button that I need when I go show for the turnaround, it's gonna be that shut off. How good is it to turn good if you can't shut your horse off and stay out of the penalty boxes? A lot of people spend so much time, a year and a half, 2 years, trying to get that turnaround better, and they don't have the shut off sharp enough to where every time they go show, they may get a +1/2, +1 turn, and they always run into a -1/2, -1 overturn. So all that work that you've done preparing your horse to go show, you're throwing it all away because a simple little button that you can put on him that would sharpen up your shut off and hopefully keep you out of the penalty boxes. Now, there's always a chance to run into the penalty box, especially when you have a horse that turns really fast. It's gonna be hard as far as you timing it right to shut him off straight. But you also have to have the horse that really listens to you, because if you have your timing just right and the horse is not right, to where he's not listening to you, you're gonna run into penalties. So my job here at home is to prepare that horse to really be sharp and making sure that he's listening to me when I ask him to stop. And then my second job, obviously, it's gonna be to prepare myself to be on top of my game when I go show so that I can shut him off right. There's a simple exercise that I introduce once my horse is real broke, like Patton is, that I feel helps me turn my horse quite a bit better, and especially shutting off quite a bit better when I go show him. What it is, I basically ask my horse to turn one way, and then about 2-3 turns into it, I just ask him to turn the opposite way without asking him to stop in between. So basically, what that does is making that horse really paying attention to where my hand or my legs are, because at any time I can ask him to start turning the opposite direction. What that's gonna do, it's really shorten up the amount of time that it takes for the horse to stop and start turning the other way, because I'm not expecting him really to stop, and I'm not gonna hesitate. I'm just gonna tell him to start turning the other way. By doing that, I'm gonna make him pay attention to me, and I'm gonna make him really sharp at stopping the turnaround. What you don't wanna do is scare your horse, meaning that the horse has no idea since it's got started, he's never been introduced to this exercise. So I feel that if you do it too quickly, or if you start turning your horse at a higher speed and do this exercise, you're gonna confuse him. So once I have my start, and once I have a horse that I can speed up in the turnaround without him leaving that turn, I'm gonna introduce this exercise. Same thing from a standstill. Start my turn slow. Once I feel that the horse is settled and he's turning at a good cadence, I move my hand, use my outside leg a little bit, and ask that horse to start turning the opposite direction. Once he turns the opposite direction, then I usually go out of the turn and just soften him up. Meaning I only do one at a time. I feel that if I was to shut off the right turn and start back to the left and then back to the right, at the beginning you're gonna confuse him. After he's comfortable with it, I might do it a few times like that, but at this time, I'm only working one side at a time. You guys are familiar with Clinton's theory, so you know how that brain works one side different than the other. We're gonna keep that in mind and start working one side first, and then we'll do the other side, just trying to make it easy on Titan to really follow what I'm trying to make him concentrate on. Once he's relaxed, I start my other turn again, which is the left one. When I ask with my hand to go to the right, if he doesn't right away, my left leg is gonna help me. Move my hand, left leg, start the right turn. Once he turns good, pick him up and soften him up and go out. What this softening and going out does, gives him enough time to think what just happened. Because this is kind of a quick exercise, and if you make it too quick, that horse is gonna have a hard time following what you're doing. What going out and softening does, lets him catch his air for a second and let him think, okay, what just happened? And then we'll go back and see. What my ultimate result needs to be that when I move my hand, it just starts turning without me having to use my leg. Right there. Oh, now I'm gonna just stop him and let him relax. That's what I was looking for. I didn't want that hesitation between one turn to the other. We go left and then we go right. Once I have that, I know I can shut him off good. With Titan, it's extra important because he can't hear me, so I can't tell him whoa when I'm turning. But even with my other horses, I do it all the time because it really makes it sharp. Now that we've done the left side, let's go ahead and test the right side. So we're gonna put him in that right turnaround, let him turn a couple turns, and go the other way. Right leg this time, I moved my hand and he didn't quite get into that turnaround. Now I'm gonna go out and soften him up and give him time to think about it. If you notice when I go out, it's real slow. It's not a punishment because he didn't turn fast. I'm not getting after him. I'm just softly asking for his face. Now I'm gonna start my right turn. Left turn, almost there. If you notice, it's too still, just a little bit too long for me because I didn't ask him to stop. I asked him to turn left. We'll do it one more time. I feel that this time he's gonna get it just right. There it is. It's always easy when you've got a good horse. If you do your job right, they're gonna pick it up though. I mean, Titan here is one of the easiest ones I've had. He's just so laid back that no matter what, his brain is always ready to learn. But if you do your job right, you're gonna be able to accomplish it. So if you have a good start, you can speed your horse up, and you've got a good shot off, that's all you need to really be successful in the show pen.
Hey mate, it looks like Titan's doing great at Andrea's place here at NRHA Open Futurity in Scottsdale, Arizona. I hope you're enjoying it. Stay tuned for the next episode.